Hello, and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier, and I'm some sort of jazzy rock guy. If you don't know this channel, this is Shadows of Archonia. We play lots of different tabletop role-playing games. On Friday night, we have a show at an in-person table where we mostly play Worlds Without Number / Stars Without Number. We've kind of combined the two at this point. And other ongoing campaigns. On Mondays, like tonight, we try out lots of different role-playing games. If you were lucky enough to be with us last week, you saw our session 0 for this Blade 68 playtest draft. Tonight, we're going to do our session 1. Yeah, so if you like what we do, come join our Discord. There's a link below the video wherever you're watching it. And if you really like us, come check out our Patreon. You can help support the channel. We're trying to buy new microphones for the in-person show. At some point in the sooner than I'd like to admit time frame, we're going to need a new computer probably as well for the stream. So, yeah, check out our Patreon. If you like what we do, you can help us continue to do it. But tonight, as I mentioned, Blade 68, the playtest expansion to Blades in the Dark. Jason is running it for us. Jason, why don't you tell us what's what tonight?
Hey, so yeah, we're getting back into Blade 68. I believe you all named your crew during the pre-show Jib Jab.
The Oxford Regulars.
Very cool. Yeah, I believe we're pretty much ready to get going though, right?
I'm ready.
Cool. So, can I get a round of introductions?
Yes, I am Jazz Rocks. My playbook is Operative. I am from the continent of Akaros, which is where we are. And I have an academic background. We talked about this on our session 0. Whether I was sort of an intellectual trained to be violent, or whether I was a thug trained to play smart, and I think it's the latter. But yeah, I have a backing faction, which is Section 6. They are the organization or the department that enforces normalcy and the rules of a grounded world here in Duskfall. So that's me, and I hang out with these goons.
Yeah, and my name is Jameson Rapture, codename Oxfords, like the shoe. I'm a swinger, and that's my playbook, not my recreational activity of choice. I'm from Servos, and I'm actually in a costume today. Turtleneck, robe, drip.
I'm not. Maybe I should go get one, but not right now.
And my big thing is I like boosting cars and hang out with the grandmas of the district. I'm from loyalty and family are real important to me like that. So
there you go.
I'm Cindy. I'm playing Uma Clenanvu. My playbook is a veteran. I'm from Aruvia, but now I'm hanging out with these guys. Different continent, I believe. Let's see, my code name is Knuckles, because I like to duke it out, especially when I get real drunk, which I tend to do whenever I get the opportunity.
Excellent.
Works for me.
All right, so let's just get right into it. It's a beautiful day with a bright blue sky above. You're in a stolen yellow autopod soaring through the air over Candle Bridge and Crowfoot. Behind you is a psychedelic bloom of colors, an anomaly eruption, an explosive tear in reality. Who's in the back seat of this stolen autopod?
Probably me.
All right, Uma, you are holding a heavy canister filled with a glowing, pulsing, viscous liquid, pure alluvium, the very substance of the resonance field. Quantum instability in physical form, rare, unstable, valuable. Who's driving this stolen autopod?
it's got to be me.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's gotta
Okay.
be.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So Oxford, you have the location of your client. The client handoff pinned to the dashboard, scrawled on a piece of paper. Before your eyes, the handwriting disappears, and at the same time, your memory of it, poof. Anomaly eruptions are a hell of a thing. None of you remember the first half of this score. Reality has been altered. The client no longer exists, and neither does the handoff. Each of you, you each forget something. What memory do you lose?
In addition to the job, like something unrelated to the job.
Hmm.
Do you lose a cherished moment from your childhood? The identity of someone close to you, like a parent or lover? Something terrible you once did?
I think I forget how I got recruited by Section 6.
Cool. Write it. So whatever it is, tell us. Write it down on your character sheet and cross it out.
Okay, sick.
You know it, but your character doesn't.
Yeah,
that.
this is sick. Hold on, I gotta merge these cells on Excel document.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I imagine I lost the name of my first love. And but I do know that I did bag her at one point. But no idea what her name was.
Do you know what her name was?
Jeanette.
Okay.
I think that Uma forgets, just completely forgets the ceremony where she was made colonel.
Okay. And also, in the swirling slow motion explosion of color that is the anomaly eruption, you see your crew in the future. What strikes you about this future vision of you?
I have gray
Is it a
hair.
scar? Okay. It will. Is it a scar, a missing limb, or eye? Oh, that's something to put a note in. Something more subtle, a visible change in demeanor, something you wear, an item you carry.
Yeah, I think I just noticed a small amount of gray hair.
I think I noticed a small smile. I don't smile much.
I noticed a brand new car.
Okay. So
Or is that, yeah, like in the background. Yeah.
yeah. So your autopod slams back to the earth and hurtles towards the end of the end of this bridge. Two autocycles appear, one on each side. The riders pulling pistols. Up ahead is a roadblock manned by thugs in jumpsuits, and you hear the wail of sirens. 3 more autopods giving chase behind you. So, to Uma and Oxford's, what are you doing next?
Do I still have that canister? Or is
Yeah.
that what that
No,
also?
that is, you definitely have a canister full of highly valuable, highly illegal goop in your lap.
Okay.
I call it ooze. Sorry. You waiting on me, Jason?
Well, I'm waiting on what do the both of you intend to do?
Are autopods submersible?
No.
By the way, if we're in the middle of we're starting media res, should we pick loud or quiet now for like a loadout, or don't worry about it?
If you want, I'm not super worrying about it right now.
Okay. I am going to see roughly how far do I have. Well, there's no handoff spot. So
okay, let me give you a little bit more here.
Okay.
So there's basically 3 goals you've got right now. escape with your lives, find a new buyer, and complete the handoff.
Yeah.
But right now, you've got 2 auto cycles, which are basically big turbine engines on 2 wheels with dudes riding them, pulling right up on each side of you. Those dudes look loungy as fuck, and they are pulling pistols. There is a roadblock up ahead, manned by guys in jumpsuits, basically at the very, like, where the bridge becomes land. There's a makeshift roadblock manned by a bunch of fucking goons that you can't quite make out yet.
Which
And
bridge
you
are
hear
we
behind
on?
you the wail of authority, the wailing siren of authorities, and you see 3 more autopods in your rear view.
Where are we in the city?
Yeah, that might help.
You have just you are crossing the Candle Bridge in Crowfront.
Okay. Down. over
Okay,
here.
cool.
Okay.
Handle Bridge is
and-
which side? Oh, here.
See, I know exactly what the Tide Rays would do, and I kind of want to do that anyways.
I mean, I'm just riding shotgun, and I have a silenced pistol.
I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
where are you, Jazz?
Well, given that Oxford is canonically driving and Uma is in the back seat, I'll be shotgun, and that frees me up to fire at whoever's chasing us on that side of the vehicle.
What if I drove? Because this isn't my autopod. This is a stolen yellow autopod,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
What
it
if we drove off the bridge and bailed action hero style onto a trash barge that we had planned flashback style, so we knew the timing and we landed in a trash heap?
That's certainly
Is
a
this
course of action.
Volatile stuff.
What's the worst that could happen? We already don't have a buyer.
I mean, sure. I mean, in this time for that, I guess.
Or we could do a much more reasonable vehicle trade.
I'd like to ask a clarification question about the memory loss. Is this something that we're aware of? Like we're in the middle of something and something changes and we're very aware of it? Or is it more like history has changed and we have no clue and we're not going to even realize until we try to do the handoff that we don't know who it is?
Okay,
That's a good question.
so you've seen RoboCop?
Yep.
Very long time ago, but yeah.
You can feel it, but you can't remember it.
Okay.
Copy.
But we know something's
You,
off.
you know you just lost something.
Got it.
You just lost, but you just lost something, and you just you were in the middle of a job, and now that job does not exist anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be shooting at. You said there were motorcycle type things following us on the sides.
Yeah, basically.
I'll aim for the tires, but I'll shoot at them just to kind of keep them at bay. And then if Oxford's wants to drive us onto a barge that we pre-planned, I have no complaints.
Shouldn't you call a skirmish or wreck? Steve? Steve, you called the roll?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I got to do. Let's see.
Jason, am I remembering correctly? The player announces what skill they want to use to attribute to something?
They are, but that is how it works, but I'm more I was just more saying it narratively rather than actually trying to enter a combat scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also I'm trying to get a full feel of what you want to do before we really lock in on what you're doing.
Okay.
That's 10.
I want to check something before I announce a specific
Yeah.
skill on that. All right. I was trying to see if I could justify finesse for firing a gun at somebody, but I cannot. Yeah, I would use skirmish.
Yeah, the skirmish would generally be what you'd want for that.
Yeah, I have no dots in it though.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No, this is... So, I am actually going to ask for a few things up front before we get into any dice rolling or stress spending. Steve, can you put up a few clocks for me?
Sure can, boss.
So, I need a 4-count clock
Okay.
and 2 6-count clocks.
No problem. I'll take that one away, and I'll duplicate that one. And then I'll move it down. There we go. That take? Yes. Okay. How shall I label them, sir?
So, the 4-count is going to be labeled the authorities.
Okay.
The first 6-count is auto cycles.
Okay.
And the second 6-count is going to be new buyer. And if you want to take that V off the authorities.
V. Oh.
So
it's cropped. Yeah. Okay. I thought you said like the letter V. You did not. Okay, got it.
Okay. So yeah. So what do y'all want to do first?
So, I think I'm gonna Akira slide the car and have them jump out off the bridge into a barge underneath.
So you're going to have them jump out of the car onto a barge with a...
Something we pre-set up on it to catch us.
With a well,
Yeah.
with a heavy canister filled with glowing, pulsating, viscous liquid that is unstable.
Yeah, because it's totally gonna be safe.
Okay, so
Well, yeah, because we know it's
We'll
safe.
see you all next week.
how did
I'll hug it real tight.
So what I'm actually kind of curious about, how did you set this up?
Okay, so, Miss Asta Blackthorn, who is a park controller at the dock, she knows sanitation and routes. So we timed the job to where, you know, I was able to ask her, hey, can you make sure this is going to be here? Do it going back and forth all day. And while we were driving around, you know, trying to lose these light cycles, I saw that the barge was going to be there right on time. And I can dump them. So my goal is to dump them and then keep driving. That way, if they do catch me, I don't even have the stuff.
Okay.
Now, as far as keeping that stuff actually safe, yeah, that's not my problem.
Okay.
Okay, well that's you know, that's mildly unlikely. That's a little complex. So take a stress for that flashback.
Yeah, of course. Only one? So generous.
I know. I was considering 2, but
I'll take 2.
So-
It's okay. It's pretty harebrained.
well,
Also, the reference is like 30 years in the future, so, you know.
well, just take the 1 because you still got to maneuver. You still got to get yourself into position for this.
Yeah. I want to... I want to use finesse because it makes the most sense for driving. That being said, I know we're really early on, but can I entice you with a bargain? Is there a bargain you want to offer? That would get me up to 2 dice. So what I'm asking him, for those at home, is essentially a devil's bargain for an extra dice on the skill check.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining it to them while you
Yeah,
brought it up. And essentially, he can cash that bargain in at any time to screw me. And, I think it's good. Because I don't think we actually got to use any of those last time we played this.
Uma, do you have any points in
Excuse me?
finesse?
Let me check that.
Because I've got one.
No.
I've got one.
I do not.
I could maybe be the one who takes the canister for the fall from the bridge.
Yeah, I could hand that off to you.
Yeah.
It's probably a good plan.
Also, would you constitute climbing gear up like a small parachute as climbing gear? It's not a parachute.
It's base jumping gear.
Yeah.
Do any of you have that as
It's a part of generic loadout stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take that, if you want to mark that off as some generic load.
What's up to them? I just wanted to let them know that it was there.
Generic load. Yeah, I didn't look at the generic loads. I only looked at like the veteran items.
Yeah.
Well, I've got spur of them. I know we said we weren't worrying about loadouts at the beginning of this, but I did choose quiet, so my silenced shooter and my sniper rifle take up my whole load.
Well, you don't have to have those yet, Steve.
Well,
That's true.
A,
That's true.
yes.
I can.
B, why would you bring a sniper rifle on this job?
I don't know. I can't remember the first half of the job.
Okay. Any word on that bargain, Jason?
Yeah, it'll cost you some extra heat.
Right now. So heat right now, and then no bargain, like no drawback later, or heat.
Yeah, no,
now.
it's going to immediately cost you sheets.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice then for my roll when we're ready.
Yeah, it's going to cost you like just 3 heat right now for this.
Steve, you got that?
I want to have it. I'm just staring at this character sheet, not seeing where heat is.
It's on the crew sheet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm looking at the.
At the bottom?
Oh, it's right in front of my face. Okay, how many did you say?
3.
3. Okay.
Out of how many? 10?
9.
9? Okay, cool. 10 sends you over, okay.
Also, this is going to be I'm going to say
Totally a safe. Just kidding.
limited reward, risky.
Sure. Look, we're here to roll dice. We're here to take risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, by all
Let's
means,
go.
you jump first. Uma, toss me the canister. Hand me carefully the canister.
So wait,
Handing over the canister, and I'm pulling out a grenade from my.
you guys think I
target
should
gun.
bail with you guys, or should I keep driving the car off? That way they don't all know we jumped into the water.
You do what you got to do, bud. I'm jumping out
Alright.
the car as soon as it goes over the edge.
I rolled a 4.
Highest was a 4.
Yeah, out of 2 dice. It's limited success and a complication, right?
Okay, So, here's the thing. One of you can get out. But that's it.
Guy with the canister.
Yeah,
She just gave it to me, so that makes it
Yep.
me.
that makes it you.
What's my role to leap from the car to the barge with the canister and not blow up? Well, let me look at how I'd
Also,
like to do it.
Steve, while you're thinking about that, can you
Yeah.
mark down one click on the auto cycles clock?
Yes, sir. I definitely want to roll finesse for this.
Okay, what's your score for finesse?
Just one. But that's one
Oh.
more than anyone else.
Okay, so yeah, this is you know what? This is going to be desperate. Let's go desperate standard.
Okay.
Don't forget to mark an EXP tick.
And I would like to push myself for an extra die.
Okay.
Oh, that's something I could have done.
No, you couldn't have because you took my devil's bargain.
Could have done it instead.
You can push yourself or do the devil's.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Highest is 5.
Nice. Yeah, you totally.
Wait,
Like,
I'm
so-
sorry. I rolled 1 die too many. I rolled 3 die when I should have rolled 2. Let me redo it.
Oh,
I think this qualifies as a team action. We were all helping.
I pushed you.
Highest is still 5.
Yeah, like
Okay.
you see that it's about to go terribly. You're like, oh, we only have room for one. You just push Jazz out the car.
I would do it.
so Jazz? How are you Oxford pulls up to the side of the bridge. You know that barge is there. How are you jumping out? How are you getting down to that barge?
I imagine Oxford's is like sort of Tokyo drifting the car, slam into the side rail, right?
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
sideways,
Slide,
right?
100%.
Yeah. So prior to that moment when I was shooting back and forth with the guys in the motorcycles, on the motorcycles, I think I probably found an appropriate time to get the door removed from the car, and then I just use the momentum of the car as it skids, and I go right out over the edge of the bridge, clutching the canister to my chest, knowing for sure that the barge will be down there behind me. And I land, of course, on the big pile of soft pillows that we put down there.
No, it's a nice soft pile of wet garbage.
Yeah, wet garbage. Just we made
Yeah.
extra sure there was no like tin can lids or broken glass or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no,
Was it
you
the recycling
totally do
part?
that. And as you do that, you just squelch right into that garbage. You're surprisingly no harm. And then you see one of those auto cycles rampant over the edge of the bridge. Guy on the auto cycle just shoves away from it and he is coming right down at you. He is going to land somewhere on that barge with you.
Steve, you get to reenact the guy from the cover already.
Absolutely, yeah. That was the first thing I did. I want to aim for his gas tank while he's still in the air.
Oh, hell yeah!
Or his whatever tank. I don't know. What's the stuff called again?
Dolomite.
Oh, this isn't.
The Dolomite tank.
Well, the alluvium is what powers like the resonance field. That's what keeps all the bad shit out of the city.
Yeah.
It's instead of the lightning barrier.
Yeah.
Right. But there was a specific fuel, and I don't know if it's changed since the core system, if everything's running on alluvium now, or if it was like electro something.
Oh,
yeah, if I recall, that was like
yeah.
whale oil equivalent,
Yeah,
like essentially.
it was
And
like,
now
yeah,
we're on,
you
like,
hunt-
just
Yeah. Hey, well, whatever it's made of, I'm gonna shoot it.
kablam.
And this is gonna be bad. I'm not gonna push myself again this early, so I'll just roll
So
basically at
what are you
disadvantage. I'm gonna roll
Well, no.
skirmish.
You're rolling skirmish, and
Do you
how
have
many?
wreck?
I have
How many-
0, so it's 2 dice, and I take the lowest.
Okay, and remember when you're rolling in Blade 68, when you roll a 0 die action, you mark XP points.
Copy that.
So make sure you got one for your desperate action earlier also.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say this is going to be risky limited.
Okay, one of them's a 2, the other one was cocked against the side of the dice tray. My highest is 3.
Ooh.
Man, I should have called that a 5. It was almost a 5, but it was cocked.
If you can balance the dice on that, we count those.
So yeah, you're lying in like just the wettest, stankest garbage. You get your silenced pistol up because I'm assuming that's like the only pistol you got on you.
Yep.
And you pop, pop, pop. His bike just goes up action movie style.
Hell yeah.
And then you hear the wet thud as he lands right next to you.
Fucking Spider-Man
Oh,
style.
not an explosion ring? Yeah.
He was already off the bike.
Oh yeah, he was totally already off the bike.
Oh,
And
man.
from there, I'm cutting back to Oxford's and Uma. So Jazz has just leapt out of the autopod. You keep going a little bit because you're still in motion. You see one of the autocycle just ramp it over the side of the bridge. Explosion. There's still another autocycle on the other side of you, and the authorities are closing in behind you.
I would like this moment to just say, "Yeah, baby," when that autocycle explodes.
Yeah.
I did not use the feature, but
Okay, so there's 3 autopods behind us, you're saying?
There's 3
Closing in.
autopods, basically like a number of car lengths back behind you, but they are closing fast.
Okay.
And there's an autocycle that is right fucking next to you, and you are closing in on the end of the bridge, where there is a barricade of people.
All right. I'm gonna take the grenade that I pulled out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few grenades on my person. I don't know how many I can throw in a turn, but
Well, what do you want to do?
what I want to do is I want to throw grenades at that barricade using War Machine.
What's War Machine do?
I'm going to use engage an improbable number of enemies in a ballet of violence by pushing myself.
So,
hell yeah.
So I push
The
myself by balancing, because he took the
What-
door off or something.
wait.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Jazz got the door off.
Yeah.
All right, but before you go any further, are you waiting to get close enough to that barricade or to
Yeah,
that roadblock?
I'm definitely timing it.
Because there's still a guy right next to you who's engaging.
Oh,
with
because
you.
we're still far enough back that
You're closing in on that roadblock, but there's someone right next to you, and there's like guys behind you. So like
well, how about I
like
lob,
your
I'll
plan
lob
of-
a grenade behind us first.
like I like your plan. You're just like fiction-wise, you're not close enough to do that yet, unless you
Understood.
can pull some kind of grenade launcher out of your kit.
I do have a grenade launcher.
Oh shit! This game is great.
Okay,
I do have one of those.
like you have the
Only
load to pull
one?
it out. Cindy, do you have the load to pull it out?
I am looking at my load.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where that is located. Actually,
It's on the
So-
right side. So where
The right
you see
side.
the items are highlighted in a red box, you have a number that says quiet and then a number that says loud. You might have 3 options. I'm not sure what's on your character
Oh, I
sheet
see.
specifically. So
quiet, 3 quiet, 6 loud. Oh, I see. I got you. Do.
yeah, there you go.
So
Understood.
if you've already established those grenades, that's going to be 1 load.
Correct. I still can't click on nothing. Okay, that's fine.
Launcher.
I do not see the grenade launcher on here.
Is it on the spreadsheet playbook?
I see. Let me see if I access that.
I don't see it.
It has
Hand
a few
cannon.
grenades. It doesn't have a grenade
Yeah,
launcher.
that's what we've established.
No, grenade launcher's not on there.
Oh, but you do have a heavy coil gun.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that does.
Like it's a big machine gun,
Oh, I see.
Well, there's the
I mean,
and like the light machine coil gun is going to be like an SMG.
right.
Okay, so grenade launcher in the Blade 68 book counts as military grade weaponry. We take +2 heat whenever we acquire one.
Okay, yeah, you'd need to get that.
Yeah,
you need
it's
to
like
work to get that as downtime stuff.
Oh, that's fair.
well, just lob those bad boys, and we'll figure it out.
I think we'll. Yeah, I will have the light machine gun and the grenades. The few grenades.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I'd like to throw a grenade behind us.
What are you using?
And-
What action are you using to do?
Okay.
So you're probably going to be between
I'm
wreck
going
and
to
skirt.
skirmish.
Skirmish or wreck would be the things that make the most sense.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in wreck though.
Okay, so skirmish is great.
For that one, I just regular skirmish.
This is very
So-
bad. A lot of memories.
Yeah, my highest
Oh,
is 5.
Wait,
Yes.
because we got to establish the
Position.
degree. Yeah, but thank you. So I'm gonna keep you at limited risky.
Okay.
So like it's no, you know what? I'm gonna go with risky standard for this. Like grenades are pretty solid for like. I like your plan here. I like using the grenades against stuff. So you're gonna. How many action dice do you have for skirmish?
How many dots in your skirmish, Cindy?
For my skirmish, I have 2
2.
dice for that.
Okay.
Oh, I have your
Cool.
sheet here. I can look as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is 2.
Are you going to push yourself at all?
No, I'm gonna save that for ahead of us.
Okay.
There's more people ahead of us. That's what I.
There's always more people. All right.
I
So,
felt like it was more at the blockade than there was behind us.
so just to further clarify, are you tossing grenades at the autopods with sirens behind you, or at the auto cycle next to you?
Behind.
You're aiming for the cops?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So roll. So you're gonna roll those two dice for skirmish, and tell me whatever the highest value you get is.
Well, 1. Both became a 1.
Oh, that's
So,
terrible.
With that roll, my first roll was not that, but
Oh, that's not great.
that's not good at all.
I
No, that's
agree.
really bad. I mean, Jazz is probably going to be really happy that he isn't in that autopod now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to toss those grenades out the back, and just at that moment, Oxford's hits a bump in the road, and you drop that grenade right in the back of your autopod, and it goes off.
When are they going to fix these roads, man?
Oh yeah. So yeah, no. Boom. That goes off. You are suffering harm. You are going to suffer.
Why?
Am I? I'm probably
Let's
going to
go with major harm. Concussive blast.
Okay.
It's a good thing you only dropped the flashbang and not the frag grenade. Lucky you.
Oh no. So you know what? That did go real bad. Oxford's, you're also going to take some light harm.
Can't I roll to resist?
Yes, you can.
And maybe we should extend this to Uma as well. I don't.
Oh no, you both can do that.
Yeah.
Where did
and we
I
should.
put harm on
that.
this sheet?
'Cause
I don't
So
see
it's
a
below your
resistance-
keys.
my keys.
Left half of the sheet towards the bottom, above your
I see stress.
below that by quite a bit.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I expected it to look differently. It does
Yeah.
not.
I totally get where you're coming
Okay.
from. Yeah, so you just like write frag grenade or something.
Okay.
Okay,
I can't
but
there's
before
that
you do that, you might want to try and resist the harm
Yeah.
happening. And Jason will explain that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
So for doing resistance, you are going to be rolling 1 die for each attribute dot you have in that resistance. So if you look at your playbook, you see how the first column is kind of sectioned off. The number of dots you have there, basically the number of actions you have dots in, is your resistance roll.
Oh,
So-
okay.
This is going to be, you're both going to be making a prowess resistance check. And if you're doing the resistance check, you're going to, Cody, you can avoid the damage. Uma, you're just going to be able to reduce it. You're going to be able to reduce it from critical or from major to passing.
And I'm getting passing if I fail.
Yeah, if you do the resistance, you're gonna get rid of it.
Yep.
But you also are going to take 6 stress minus the highest die roll.
Okay.
So each of you. So Cody, I'm gonna do you first.
Got 1.
You know what your prowess resistance check is?
Yep, I rolled a 2. I have 1 dice and I rolled a 2.
Okay, so you're gonna take 4 stress.
Okay.
Cindy,
Yes.
how
Did
many
I fail,
actions?
by the way?
No,
Okay.
so when you're making the resistance check, it's just making it. You reduce or avoid the consequences, and you take 6 stress minus the highest die result.
Okay, so that's really what I'm trying to do, is just offset the stress. Okay.
Yeah, but doing the resistance means you're getting for Oxfords, you're not going to take that passing damage.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Whereas for Uma, if you're doing the resistance, it's gonna move from major to passing, and we're gonna see how much stress you reduce, or how much stress you take from doing so.
And because I have under prowess, I have 2 on the left side of that line. I rolled 2 dice, correct?
Yes, and just let me know whatever the highest number is.
5. Now I roll good.
Excellent. So you're just going to take 1 stress, and that major damage, just write it under one of the passing lines.
Okay.
So Oxfords, a grenade has literally just gone off in the back of this stolen autopod you're driving.
Yeah.
Your ears are ringing. There's still a guy right next to you. What are you doing?
I want to look in the rearview mirror for free. How far are these sirens? Can I see them, or can I only hear them?
No, you can see them. You can distinctly see there are 3 autopods with sirens coming your way.
A grenade just went off in the car. I really want to ditch the car, like big time.
I mean, you could get out of the car. You could stop and get out of the car right now, and everyone's going to be on you.
Yeah, they would see. Exactly. Zoom out a little bit. I need some inspiration. Is there like a train?
We got what looks like a park here. A couple neighborhoods. You could turn left to get to Wormwood Bridge. Or go right down to Imperial and back across the Strangford Gate Bridge.
Okay, so I assume we're on this way. Let's, and you're here. Okay, I know no one can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah,
You could do a U-turn and go the other way, go against 3 pods instead of that blockade.
Well, realistically, when I did the Akira slide, I should actually be driving towards the cops in front of us now.
Okay, I have no idea why you were trying to, like, spit Jazz out, like, onto the bridge with that.
I was hoping we'd lose more of the auto cycles with that. But that being said, I'm gonna take a turn south on Jannon Way, and then I'm gonna try to cut into one of these side streets, whether it's retreat or.
So, I understand what you want to do. You are still on that bridge. There is a roadblock at the end of the bridge.
Okay, which side of the bridge do we start on? Jason, which side of the bridge are we on? Are we on?
You're headed, just using regular annotation, you're heading east. You're heading the way you were saying. You're still on the bridge. There is a literal roadblock.
Okay, and there's not. Okay, then I misunderstood because I thought we were going the other direction. But is there a roadblock in what I would call behind me now, on the west side of the bridge?
No, it's on the east side of the bridge.
I'm triple checking because we had some confusion. So, in that case, when I Akira slided, I should be facing west now.
Right.
So when you Akira slided, you'd have been facing north or south. That's the Akira slide.
Okay. Well, then
okay. My jump was predicated on the idea that it was a 180. That's why I went out the window off the bridge. Or out the missing door off the bridge.
You were trying to do like a bootlegger turn.
I suppose. I haven't heard that term before.
It's just a
180
turn. Yeah. Like the Akira slide is like a 90-degree turn.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
actually
I mean
true.
that is true. I mean, a lot of times I see them like take off in the other way. It is. Okay,
Well-
either way.
That's
I mean,
why I honestly just kind of wrote it off, because it didn't make a lot of sense to me.
My understanding, as a third party to this conversation, is that there is a barricade that we're not dealing with in this turn on the east side of the bridge, and in roughly the opposite position on the end of the bridge is where the pursuing vehicles are. In
Yes.
addition to the one that is kind of right next to the vehicle right now.
Yes.
And then in terms of motion for the blocking, your autopod, Oxford's, I think, canonically right now is stopped because you did a full 180 skid, and you're going to have to, if you're going to go, you're going to have to hit the gas from there, right?
yeah. How many cars are pursuing us? Not. I know there's the one cycle, right? Are they
There are
like taking up
three-
all the lanes coming from the west side?
There are three cars coming at you from the west side.
So what does that look like in terms of the potential space to blow past them without running into them?
It depends on what you want to do and how well you roll.
Well,
You want to
Uma,
just blow through them?
we're not exactly in a tank, Uma. If I get pinched, it's that's one thing. I don't think you can risk getting pinched. Do you think is there a way for you to get out of this other than me dumping you in the water?
I assume you're talking to me.
Yeah, Uma.
Other than you driving fancy, yeah, I don't see. You're gonna have to blow past them somehow.
Do you want me to go for it?
Yeah,
All right.
figure something out.
Do you still have those grenades?
You want a grenade?
Well, I want to start a team action. Those are those still in this game?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you huck a grenade in front of us? I won't be driving, and that way, like, it scatters them, and then I can use that as maybe an opportunity to blow through.
Do you want me to pull the pin or not?
I mean, it could be a pretty good bluff. They did see a grenade go off, so they know we have something.
True.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much out of options unless we want to just get pinched. So
Right.
I guess we do it. It's up to you. Why don't you decide? Do you want to bluff or do you want to pull the pin?
I better bluff because we're also driving that direction.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll bluff.
So I'm gonna start driving westbound, and you're gonna like hang out the window and make it obvious you're hucking grenades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want Uma to assist you, or are you trying to lead a group action?
Guess. Oh, why don't
So
we go over the
so-
full mechanics? Because I don't
Yeah,
remember
no,
what the difference is. One
No,
is
I
just
totally gotcha. So the assist, Uma would take 1 stress to give you +1 die, and might also suffer consequences from the roll.
Okay.
Leading a group action, each character who participates in the group action would roll, and the best single roll counts as the action result, which applies to every character that rolled.
And I can still push myself on this. Ultimately.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you help me, I can get up to 3 dice. If we do 2 separate actions, how much dice can you generate? Also 3?
If I push myself,
What-
Probably, but I won't be able to throw the grenades until after you do your thing.
Well, so Cody, what action are you using to do this?
I think the only driving action is finesse.
Okay, so for Uma, you'd be rolling finesse as well.
Oh, it locks us both in, even though she'd be like throwing grenades.
Yeah.
That would be.
Okay.
I have no finesse.
Okay, why don't we go for a help action then?
Yeah, so
that'd be
for
better.
the assist, for Uma, you'd take 1 stress and you'd add 1 die to Oxford's roll.
Got it.
How much stress do I take for pushing myself? 1 or 2?
It's 2 stress for pushing yourself.
2.
Thank you.
I only know because I did it earlier and I had to look it up then.
And I'm going to say risky standard for the roll. For the
You're not
position.
telling me this is desperate?
You want the XP. He wants the XP.
And I mean, I don't know. Bluffing grenades at cops sound pretty desperate.
Okay, desperate standard.
All right.
Roll well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I got 3 dice. They're my
Roll
Shadowrun
well.
dice, so they've been trained to roll on 6.
Uh-huh.
Let's go. Well, a 5, a 2, and a 1. So, got there.
Excellent. Well, yeah, no, that's you do it. Uma is lobbing some lobbing some pin grenades, and these autopods with their sirens going swerve around a little bit, giving you an opening that you're able to blow right through. I mean, admittedly, they immediately all just squeal out and come right back on you.
Oh, none of them swerve out of commission.
No. Steve, can you mark one of those ticks on the authorities?
Yes, sir. How about the auto cycles? Are they still at 1?
Yeah.
Cool. Takes a second to do, but there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You are able to blow right past, like you blow past these guys. I mean, they spin around and they are trying to keep on you. And like the other guy is keeping on you. But I want to go back to Jazz. So you're lying in this pile of wet garbage, and this goon in fucking like he looks like a where is that? There it is. Like just like the ratty, like at this point the rattiest looking suit, like it, like off-white shirt under it, just got stains from landing in this trash. And he does like it looks like he lost his pistol in the fall, but he grabs a pipe out from just nearby, and he is coming at you.
I think so. Let me, in terms of the blocking and him just having fallen from a bridge and landing, do you think I have time to try and hide?
No.
Okay. In that case, just looking at what I have dots in, I think I'd like to try and, since he is not armed with a firearm and I am, I'd like to try and stand up, point it at him, and order him to tell me who he's working for and why he's following me. So I would roll command on this to just try and use my natural impression of authority to try and get him to say something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say risky.
I remind you, I also did just shoot his motorcycle out of the air.
Yeah, like risky standard.
Okay. He doesn't know that I was trying to kill him with that. It just looked really cool.
Yeah.
All right. I got 1 die for it. Is it too late to push myself after a roll?
Yeah.
All right, 2 then.
Ooh. Yeah, he just doesn't even listen to you. Like he hears you, but he's already swinging. Just solid pipe to the arm. Which arm do you want it to be?
Left.
Well, let me rephrase that. So you've got one arm holding the alluvium and one hand, like basically one hand holding the alluvium, one hand holding a gun. Which do you want to drop?
I think I left the alluvium on the ground when I stood up. I think I had both hands on my gun when I pointed them at him. In real life, I forgot I had the alluvium, but I did mimic the 2-hand gun thing.
Yep. Yeah, then he is just going to knock your gun out of your hands and say, who the fuck are these guys again? Yeah, I'm taking that alluvium for the lounge rats, you scum.
Oh, well, that's the information I actually asked you for, so thanks.
And he dives for it.
All right. Do I need to roll something to try and prevent him from getting it?
What do you want to do?
Gosh. What does hunt do? I knew it when I took it.
It's
Hunt?
like tracking, if I recall.
Yeah, like hunt a target, gather information, or gather information about its location and movements, attack with precision shooting from a distance.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
they
think
did
the move.
expand on that. Cool.
I think the move for me is finesse, dexterous manipulation.
Yep,
I want to try and just push this thing away from where he's reaching. It's only going to get me one movement to like 1 second. But if I'm standing basically directly over it, I want to put my foot on it and push it behind me, so I'm now between him and the item.
Excellent. Yeah, let's stick with risky standard for that.
Okay. Oh God, you guys.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna be ending early tonight. This is a 1.
Just a 1?
Just a 1.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got 1 in finesse. I rolled 1 die. It came up 1.
Dude.
Yeah, he's gonna just crack you upside the head with that pipe.
Oof.
Ow.
Yeah, it hurts. How much it hurts? That's right.
Curse dice says misery. Yeah, I feel that.
So I'm trying to get myself to where no. You know what? F it. You're gonna take. Take a passing damage pipe to the head.
Okie dokie. That rung my bell.
Oh yeah. And your next action is going to be desperate.
Okay. My next action is going to be grabbing up the alluvium and jumping in the water to swim away.
Okay. What do you want to use for that?
Awesome question. Love that question. It's still finesse. But this time I'm going to push myself in advance.
Okay. That's probably for the best.
I agree. If there is any best, let's find out. Can I offer anyone a couple of ones?
Oh, no.
That's a snake
You're
eyes.
You
That's
got
a
my roll
snake
from
eyes.
earlier.
Brother bear.
Not
Oh.
good.
Woo! That was desperate, though. I'm gonna get an XP for it.
Well,
Yes,
you get
sir.
an XP point for that.
Yeah. And then die.
Oh no. Why would you think that's the worst outcome?
Please tell me.
So yeah, you like your head's ringing. You snatch up that alluvium, dive into the water, and as you hit the water, yeah, your head's your head just you go a little wobbly for a sec, and it just slips right out of your hand and sinks.
It's in the water. So I'm in the water and it's now sinking, right?
It is sinking to the bottom of this canal.
Okay.
And as it's sinking, I want to come back to Uma and Oxford's. So you've gotten past the you've gone past the authorities, and you are you've made it towards onto the side streets, but they are following. Everyone except for that roadblock is following you.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that auto cycle didn't get pinched a little. However, I have an idea. Unless you want to go,
Cody. You never tried to pinch it.
Well, sorry. Let me clarify this. The auto cycle isn't a part of law enforcement, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I just figured if it was sandwiched between two guys, there's still a gang member out.
Oh, like the cops would go after it?
Well, not necessarily all of them, but maybe just one to one them, right?
Yeah.
Either way. Did you have an idea?
I mean, I could try to shoot him.
The cycle? Yeah, go. Yeah, well, that's not a cop. I
Go for
don't
it.
think we should. Are they still called blue coats, by the way?
No. So do you want if you get a so you're actually being as you blow past those autopods, you see the markings of the Ministry of Stability on them.
Oh yeah,
And-
I remember now. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
the governmental body of the Imperium that oversees border security, transportation between cities, and the disbursement of food and other vital resources.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea who they is.
Yeah, I was just being. I'm just kind of grasping at stuff, trying to remember. All right, so why don't you go ahead and try and take care of that guy? That way I can try my thing because I have an idea.
Okay. I am gonna just take a look at my sheet to see. I think if I use military discipline, I can. No, I think that's from harm from that specific movement or combat, not a previous one.
No, yeah, you'd have to use that right away.
Yeah, that would be immediate.
Yeah.
As I'm reading it right now, that's how I understand it. Okay. Yeah, I will just take a skirmish shot at it with the SMG.
Okay, so let's go with Yeah, I mean, you're not really overreaching with that, so we're gonna stick with risky standard.
Okay. 4.
Excellent. So yeah, like you're kind of like, are you spraying praying at this guy?
So which side of the vehicle of our pod is he on?
Whichever.
Okay, because I was thinking he was on Oxford's side for some reason, but
Yeah, no, that's the
so I
side
was
he can
thinking
be
that
on.
I was kind of reaching up and over the roof of the car and
Mhm.
spraying.
Okay. Yeah, so you totally do that. Steve, can you mark two more clicks on that auto cycles clock, please?
Yep.
So,
I'm gonna-
Yeah.
I guess the outcome of clocks are not always clear to the players, right?
Well, so those clocks are what you're trying to get through to get through these people.
Okay, so it's not when the clock fills up, the cops will have us in.
No.
Okay.
Oh
That's getting
yeah.
away-
I thought it was them catching us. I also thought that. Okay, these are
Okay.
clocks on
See,
our
I'm glad
progress.
that we're
Got it.
allowed that information because I would have been
Sorry, I
was like, I thought we did a
didn't mean for
good
that to be,
thing.
that wasn't intended to be hidden.
Got
Yeah.
These clocks are escape clocks.
Okay, great.
Ah,
Awesome.
That's why every time you've rolled like ones and gone badly, they don't fill up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I also noticed that the
Yeah.
authorities have not. We have not made any progress on the authorities clock for a
No,
while.
I got
so.
one. I thought when we did the
Yeah, we got
the
one.
maneuver.
We got one
Yeah.
early, and we haven't
Yeah,
done one for a while.
I was
Yeah.
a little offended when we did the maneuver, it went well, and then the clock ticked up, but that was when I under the wrong impression, right? I was
Yeah,
like, what the heck,
we-
man?
I also thought it was them about to catch us. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good now, Jason.
Okay, but so yeah, you spray bullets at that guy. He is still up, but he careens around a bit, and in the chaos, like some of the people who are around spook, and there's like light autopod traffic, but it some of it comes to a screeching halt. Some of it, conveniently just turns into itself, giving you a nasty obstruction and giving the authorities behind you just enough time to make a good catch up.
hmm.
All right, time for my harebrained idea.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
This is a heist car. This is not my car, so we obviously, I'm calling it flashback. We set up in the trunk a mechanism where I can press a button and it'll eject a bunch of powder in the air to make a smoke screen.
Ooh.
Is there another yellow car on the? I know there's a small wreck in front of us. I assume I'm gonna have to get around that anyways, but we'll get there when we get.
Well, I mean, it's not a wreck. It's just like there's a couple other autopods in the road in front of you, and instead of being like, oh, they're really easy to just drive through, the one that was kind of right in front of you, dead stops.
Jesus.
And as you go around it, well, the one that was on this side turns in a little bit and dead stops.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm gonna have to deal with that anyways.
Oh, you are.
But I would like. Oh, I'm sorry, Jason.
Yeah, no. Take two. I love the idea. Take 2 stress for it.
Oh yeah, because it was a flashback. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I 2 for 1 on that thing because it's a full heist car, and the plan was to smoke screen and then eject paneling, so now we're a black car instead of a yellow car. No,
I'll give you the smoke screen, but
okay.
I mean,
That's fair. Also, I would like to clear out all my.
Missing one of its doors.
I'm going to max out my stress with that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's my 10th stress that'll trigger the deadlock, not the 9th one. Okay. So one more stress, and then I'm gonna have a deadlock trigger. By the way.
Oh wow. Because you called 2 flashbacks and some other things. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then I pushed myself.
Give me here. Oh, that didn't help me at all.
Command. Oh my god.
So what are you wanting to do? Like, what action are you wanting to use for this?
I would like to try somehow finagle Sway in while I'm because at the end of the day I'm a face character. So hear me out. If you're not sold, we'll default to finesse. I get it, but I'm gonna stick my head out the window, lay on the horn, and shout, "Get out the way! You're all gonna die! You don't move."
That will work if they're random civilians, maybe, but not if they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah, but I have no reason to think that they're a part of this gang.
Yeah.
True. And I can fire a couple of shots in the air.
You want to help?
Yeah, I can help.
Okay.
All right. Are you sold on Sway?
So here's the thing. I will give you plus. So you're still trying to get away from the authorities and this auto cycle. I'm going to put this towards both of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to for the flashback, I'm going to give you +1 die.
Okay.
And I like your sway to get people out of the way so that you can cut through. It's not necessarily going to get you completely out of the blue.
For sure.
Or out of the black, but I like it. So you're at least getting +1 die from the flashback. Okay. And yeah, I like this. I like your use of sway.
And thank you. Awesome. I need this, Jason. We need this.
You do.
Uma, and you're helping by like pew-pewing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just in the air.
Okay, that gets me up to 4, Jason. So I'm very excited right now.
It is going to be a desperate standard action.
Okay. By the way, do those stack? Like, do I get more EXP if I did 2 desperate actions this session?
Each time you roll a desperate action, mark a tick for XP.
Okay,
Yep.
Sick. I just wanted to
Yeah.
No.
I understand what you're asking.
Okay. Well, we're gonna roll 4 dice.
All ones.
Oh, just I got a dragon. Okay.
Is that
Shadowrun
good
dice.
or bad?
It's a 6. It's Shadowrun.
Excellent.
Okay. 6, 5, 4, 4.
Excellent.
So 1 tick on authorities and 1 on auto cycles?
Yeah.
It's a critical success.
No.
No?
Critical success would be 2 6s.
2 6s. Okay, cool.
Okay. Clock's updated.
But you have pulled yourself out of that desperate situation. You're doing a lot better.
Would you call that me being confident? Just shouting at people like they would do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I love it.
hell yeah. Okay, well, right. Well, more
I love
EXP
it.
we're performing.
But as you can see, the auto cycle and the authorities are still like they're still there.
Yeah.
They're just not like you're yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm still
So-
driving, right?
Yeah. What else are you doing to evade them and get away?
Are they? So there are now people strangely parked or just pulled off a little bit. Are the authorities pulled through that? And I'm trying to ask is there a clear shot at them? I don't want to hit pedestrians and motorists.
Do you want to take a shot at them?
I want to take a shot at tires for the authorities. I don't want to
Excellent.
shoot
I love it.
at them per se.
Steve, can you drag the map a little bit westward or left?
Sure. Let's see.
I think I need to see what feasible things we can be doing here.
Oh, I thought you turned down this way. You're in this area somewhere?
Yeah. I don't think I ever got to make that turn. But
I thought
Jason, do you want to
had.
make an arbitration?
No, no. I mean, you're in the back streets of.
Okay, so we're on
Oakland.
this down. We're at south
Wait.
now. Okay. Okay.
Like, I'm not being super like, oh, you're on this point in the map. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's more like, yeah, you were able to turn down a side street, and now you've got side street action going on. And Uma, you can totally try and shoot. You're trying to shoot out on the autocycle or the authorities.
The authorities.
Yeah. So we're going to get you back up to risky standard for that.
And I wanna push on that, so I get another dice.
Cool. So you're going to take another 2 stress.
And that'll be skirmish.
Ooh, okay. You know what? Before you do that, are you using your military discipline to push, or are you taking stress to push?
No, I'll take my military discipline. I'll use that.
Okay.
Nice.
So if you look under your resources, there's armor and training. The two check spots for training, you can do that. You can use those to push yourself instead of taking stress.
Steve, what does yours say there? Mine says Mojo.
Training.
Mine is sorry, I just clicked away from it. Armor and
see.
precision.
I gotta
Okay.
go figure out what my Mojo is.
All right. So I'll click a training then.
Yeah.
Is that how I do it?
Yeah, so you click one of
one of
those
those.
trainings.
All right.
So that's going to give you another die for the action roll.
Got it. What's that? 4.
Excellent. Yeah. So, who did you said you were shooting out the authorities' tires?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you just unload on them. I mean, probably not completely unload because I mean you got training, short controlled bursts.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you take out the tires on one of them. It kind of spins out, and the other 2 just go right into it.
Nice.
Steve, can you mark those last 2 clicks on that authority clock, please?
Oh,
Okey-dokey.
nice work. Uma.
Yeah. There go the cops.
That said, you also take a bullet to the shoulder from the lounge goon on the autocycle.
Should I just crash into it?
So because I used the military discipline, does that decrease the amount of harm from that or not?
If you want to use the other box of military
Oh,
discipline,
the armor. I would have
Well,
had to use
so-
the armor.
well, the other box of training, you
Uh-huh.
could use to eliminate the harm from this attack.
Also, as an additional option, you have load, right? So you could have been wearing body armor, and then use the load, and then tick off the armor too, right?
I will point out that body armor is 3 load.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But it is something you could conceivably do.
Yeah. No, it definitely is.
I have passing damage right now, and the shoulder wound would be what?
It'd be a major bullet wound.
Would be a major bullet wound.
Well, it'd be a major harm bullet to the shoulder.
Got it. Well,
Could also
I
just
will-
resist.
Yeah, you could just
Oh,
do
you know what?
a basic resistance roll
Let me
for
do
it.
let me do a resistance roll.
Jason, this is really a note for later.
Yeah.
I don't see Mojo reference anywhere in the play. Or, I see it in the playbook, but not in the rule book. So that's for later.
No.
Later.
So, Steve, I'm thinking we could go to break after we deal with Uma's harm that she's doing right now? She's taking right now.
Yeah.
Because it's 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can discuss a couple of these things during that break.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
So yeah.
and I'm rolling prowess for that?
Yes.
Okay. 6.
Excellent. So so you're not taking any stress, and that is going from a major to a passing harm.
It's pretty
Okay.
good.
So I have like
let's make it
2
like
passing harms?
Yeah.
Okay.
so. Yeah, you've
Like,
got
I have,
like
some
let's say
kind-
instead of a bullet to the shoulder, it was a bullet grazed your shoulder.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then if she takes another harm, it automatically becomes a major. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 1 + 1 + 1 is 3.
And yeah, it with that, let's go to break,
Copy that.
and
We'll
we'll
be-
be back in 10.
10-ish minutes. Yeah. We'll see everyone then. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. I'm in the water.
Yes, you are. You had a question though going into break.
I did have a question, and it's appropriate, I think, to ask it at the start of my next turn. I can ask it earlier, but it's just that I forgot twice about my special ability of wet work, which allows me to do something extra whenever I push myself. Now, since the last turn I had involved pushing myself, I was going to ask if I could get this thing for free when we return to that moment of frozen time that we left.
What did you want?
This is what I'll say. So Wetwork says, when you push yourself, you can also do one of the following. Make an improbable shot at extreme distance or with extreme speed. Perform a feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman. Since I dropped the Alluvium canister in the water, I was going to try and perform a superhuman feat of athletics to dive down and get it before it's out of reach. Because the turn where I dropped it was the same turn where I pushed myself and rolled snake eyes.
Yeah, it was. You know what? Yeah, that is perfectly fine.
Awesome.
So, come here. You. Go there. Yeah, so you are able to... So we're going to cut back to Jazz for a bit.
All right.
So yeah, you leap off this barge, hit the water, go wobbly for a sec, get your wits back about you, and go dive down after this container of alluvium. And yeah, it's like it sinks pretty quick. So yeah, by the time like you can as you're coming back up, like your lungs are starting to burn. Like you've been down for a solid longer than most people would be down and still coming. Sorry, the heavy canister of alluvium, which is of course is not helping with your ascent.
Nope. I will voluntarily drop the gun if that saves my life.
Well, I would let you drop that gun, except you didn't have that gun. That got knocked out of your hand.
Oh. I either missed that or forgot it. Okay.
And I mean, if you'll remember, that last roll did put you in a bit of a desperate situation.
Indeed.
And when you surface, the barge isn't that far off, and that goon is right there, looking right at you with your pistol leveled at you. Hey, just make your way. Just make your way back over here, all calm like.
No. I'm backing away with the alluvium between me and him.
We're on the same page, Steve. What's he gonna do? Shoot it?
Hey, I mean, if he really wants to destroy the alluvium, then I guess this isn't gonna work. But if he wants to get it back, he cannot shoot me.
Well, he can't shoot the alluvium.
Right, but I'm holding it up. I'm hiding behind. How big of a heavy canister? Right? Like, if it's this big or bigger, I feel like I've got a shot here.
I mean, so I've been kind of picturing it as, like, I mean, about, like, yay big. I'm trying to think of something...
Like a growler? Like the size of a growler?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is that, like, a big, like, one of them big, like, 32, 40-ounce, like, insulated, like, cups?
I think that's like 2 gallons of beer in it.
Yeah, growler's like a small can.
Yeah. I can't reach one right now.
You know what? That's a perfect, like, yeah. That's a... Pardon me.
Yeah, the children are running amok. Wait, was it it was the fur babies, right?
No, like a 2-gallon keg sounds like right about the right size. But it's still not bigger than you.
Yeah.
No, but it doesn't have to be if it's just blocking enough of me that it's hard for him to shoot me. That's the idea. If that's not going to work, or if I have to roll for it, I guess
I will point out that he wouldn't be rolling to hit you.
I'd be rolling to
something to get away from him.
Fair.
Sure.
Good call out.
Yeah. Okay. I keep falling back on finesse, but in this case, since... Let me think. I think Prowl does apply here, since I'm literally taking cover behind something. Although Prowl may be more like if he didn't see me in the first place and I'm hiding. I'm on the fence. I feel like this is probably just a finesse.
As a friendly reminder, we own a van that you can put anywhere you want.
Well, that doesn't help me in the river.
I mean, if you want that van to just be at the bottom of the river... I don't know what you're going to do with it down there, but...
So I've only spent one of my load.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm trying to figure out if I can grab something real quick out of my jacket that will help. I could pull out another gun, but that would not do much since I have nothing in skirmish or wreck. Okay. Unless I use my wet work again. I'm going to use my remaining 2 load to pull out a pump action scatter gun from the inside of my jacket. Then I will push myself and roll finesse to hide behind the alluvium canister. Not hide like get out of sight, but take cover behind the alluvium canister. And then because I'm pushing myself, I have wet work, which will allow me to make an improbable shot with extreme speed, which I will use with the pump action shotgun.
Okay,
Is that all track?
Well, so it's not going to be 2 rolls.
No, it isn't.
What do you want to roll?
I am going to roll finesse to hide behind the canister. That's what I'm pushing.
It's going to be so the finesse is going to be for the whole thing.
2 outcomes, 1 dice roll.
Yeah. The finesse is going to get you like trying to get away, and making the shot.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So let's. that is going to be desperate limited. Like you're not in a great position here, and this is all pretty fucking awkward from the contents of your hands.
You don't think this is very reasonable to be treading water with a heavy canister of explosive material, pull out a gun, and get a shot off?
I mean, you're trying to backpedal in the water with a heavy, like, keg of fuel, like somewhat volatile fuel, whilst shooting a pump-action shotgun that you just pulled out of your waterlogged coat.
Yep.
Dude, it sounds cool to me, man.
Beautiful. I love it.
It's gonna work. It's 100% gonna work. Let's see how much it works right now.
Sixes, box
6 and 5. 6 and 5.
Let's go.
Excellent.
Yeah. And
Excellent.
I check a box for desperate roll.
Yep.
Misery does that weekly.
Yeah, no, you just bam, and that guy goes down. Like, yeah, he just goes right back down into the garbage.
Part of the
Mark one more. Mark that second to last tick on that auto cycle clock.
All right.
And
because that guy was an auto cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the auto cycle guys. Remember, he ramped his bike off the bridge.
Yep. All right.
So, before we cut back to Oxford's and Uma, what is Jazz is mostly free and clear now. What's he looking to do?
Okay, so a minute ago I was trying to get away from this guy, but if I have fully killed him, then I'm going to get back on the barge because that was our plan.
Well, okay. He is out of the action and the barge is going away.
I can't catch the barge. Then I'll go to the edge. I'll go to the I will look for an unpopulated area of, I don't know if this is shore or a pier or a sidewalk, but if there's some place I can look for that's not crowded, I'll go there.
Yeah, there's like you can totally find a there's one of those it's a little docking outcropping with stairs leading up. And you you can totally get back into the city proper.
That is what I will do.
As opposed to treading water.
That is what I would like to do, is get out of the water for the most part. And we are based, I think we said last week, we are based in Brightstone, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
But we're Did you decide on Brightstone?
Yeah, because we were talking about White Crown, and you talked us down because that's where the rich people, the royalty rich people are. But if I'm on Candlebridge and I'm in Charter Hall as soon as I get out of the water.
I made a note that your base is not in White Crown.
Oh yeah,
because I apparently had written that down.
That's what I said originally, and we talked for another half an hour or so.
Conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So are you just heading back? You're just trying to head back to base?
I think at this point, I don't think it's worth spending a flashback to set up a rendezvous if we get separated. So I'll just go back to base with it.
Okay. So yeah, so you are headed. So Jazz is headed back to
our little nightclub attic.
And Oxford's and Uma, you are tearing around these back streets. There is this one fucking auto cycle guy who will not get off your ass.
It's me. I'm back there.
Uma, do you want to shoot this guy, or do you want me just to crash into him?
How close is this guy to us? Is he right on our tail?
He is kind of right up in your grill. He's either right behind you or right next to you.
I'd like to try to jump out of the vehicle onto the motorcycle and just kind of wail on him, and then throw him off the bike.
And now we have a bike.
I love
like
it. What
Let's do
do you
it.
want to use for that?
Now, what do I have the? Do I have what it takes to do that? I don't know. Let's see. Skirmish. That sounds like it'll work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to point out, you like all you need is one success on this. It's going to be risky standard. You just need to get a 4 and up, 4 or up.
Okay.
Oi,
And you know what? I'm gonna push myself on this. I'm gonna use military discipline.
cool.
So, and I'll use the training
Yep.
tick for that.
Yep.
Take a third die.
Good.
And then keep it steady, Oxfords. 6.
Just one.
1, 6, 2 3s.
So the reason I ask if it's just one, if you roll multiple 6s, that's a critical success.
Okay. This one.
So yeah, excellent. Yeah, you leap onto the back of that bike. You're wailing on him. I mean, it's not like this guy's wearing a helmet or anything. You're pounding into his greasy ass hair, and then you grab him by the back of his collar and just fling him off. He goes just skidding and tumbling behind. You get control over that bike, and yeah, mark that last auto cycle clock, and you guys are free and clear.
Yeah. As I drive off with his bike, I flip him off too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've had it.
There's nothing worse than getting your bike shot out from under you and then getting flipped off.
Well, I mean, he doesn't see that because his face is full of like
Asphalt.
road, but
Asphalt.
yeah, I mean, he's got a face full of road at this point. But yeah, no, y'all get away. You all get away solid.
Groovy.
All right.
What
You guys want to come back to the base and meet me, or?
I'm going home.
That's where I'm headed. Definitely.
I'm probably gonna ditch this car because of the heat and then drive our van, but I
Yeah.
cannot do that if you will make me spend stress on it.
I'm gonna make you spend all the stress on it, or you could ditch that car and hop on the bike of this hop on the back of this auto cycle with Uma.
Yeah, let's
Oh
do it.
yeah, she already has a car. Yeah, a vehicle.
Also, let's blow up the car with a grenade and not look back.
Okay, yeah, boom. That car goes up.
It's like the Tide Wraiths reborn.
Yeah, it really is. And let's go home, I think.
Only one
Get
common
bikes
player.
and Great job, and we got a new bike.
You say it like it's my fault things are blowing up.
Well, listen, like I said a second ago, there's only one player in common between the Tide Wraiths and this crew.
Technically 3 players.
I mean, if you count the GM as a player, yes, 3. But if you're just talking character players, it's only Cody.
All right. Well, I take it we get home safely.
Yeah, no, there is nothing else barring your way, but you still don't have a buyer for this Alluvium.
We're still
gonna
on the
throw
job
out-
then, so none of our stuff is
Technically, you are still on this score.
okay.
Until we get rid of the thing. I'd like to throw out that our base is maybe on Ruby Street. No, wait, something even further from a main road. Garnet Road. How about that? That's where our little thing is.
All right.
We're above, just like
You're
way
above
off.
Barloons?
Yeah, we're above that. Whatever her name was, her place.
Oh, Unabel.
Unabel?
Yeah.
Okay. Misery says a nun with several orphans are caught in the explosion.
Nice. They deserved
Go.
it.
We're so evil, guys.
You're
That's
so professional.
Yeah. No, we're too professional to blow up a nun and some orphans. We blew up that car for professional reasons because we don't want
right.
fingerprint evidence,
Yeah,
DNA evidence.
no evidence.
That was unironically what I was doing.
I know. You're always living in 2034. All right. So when you guys get back, I fully changed into an identical but dry suit, and I'm sitting at our one little round table in the midst of our. Hold on. What did we have in our base?
You have an aquarium and a communications hub.
Yeah.
I mean, you can totally have like a shitty card table with some crappy fold-out chairs too.
No, I feel like we have like a round table that's like surplus from the place downstairs, and I'm just sitting at it. I'm just sitting at it with a martini, in a full suit with the canister, knowing that you guys didn't see anything that happened after I left the vehicle.
You also don't know we blew ourselves up with grenades. We're not going to mention that.
No. That stays between us. Always.
Well,
you've returned.
I assume they actually threw the grenade in our car.
I'll keep it to myself then.
Oxford's Uma, you're back.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh. Chair.
So the darndest thing happened. I got out of the car, and you two didn't come with me. Which I suppose is to be expected from time to time. What I did find more unusual, and maybe this is due to the blow to the head I took, I flat out cannot remember who the buyer is for this alluvium.
Well,
Well.
Uma obviously remembers.
I actually do not remember.
Hmm.
I thought one of you remembered.
Well, that makes 3 of us.
Hmm.
Okay. Clearly, something has happened that is odd.
Because I haven't drank yet.
My benefactors at Section 6 might be interested to know about this situation. I don't know if history has changed or if our memories all got erased about something very specific like that.
Jason, I have a question.
Yep.
Obviously these type of like tears in reality aren't common, but are they known? Do people know about them?
So.
Okay.
Like you're aware of them. I'm not sure how just normal like working Joe on the street. Maybe they're a little more legendary, a little more urban legendy.
Mhm.
But y'all are a little more clued in. But they're
yeah.
still not like super common.
Okay.
Okay.
I think this is one of those group trips from one of them new narcotics we started using.
I do not partake of the narcotics,
Correct.
except
I
for
opened a can of beer. This is the only narcotic for me.
incredible quantities of martinis.
Well, then whatever I did enough for you two to have a trip with me.
We'll stop it.
That's a possible
Okay.
explanation, and if that's correct, I also urge you to stop it.
Okay. Well, we need a new buyer.
Yeah.
What are our options? Who are those guys on the autocycles?
Well, I'm afraid... Wait, is there any way I can know this?
Yeah, they seem
They told you.
pretty
They said it.
obvious. Yeah, it seemed pretty obvious that they were the lounge. They were some members of the lounge rats.
Do that. They look
Clarifying
like lounge
question.
rats to me. You
We
said
didn't
lounge
steal
rats,
this
and
from them.
You said
Right.
lounge rats earlier, and I thought you were describing their appearance.
I mean, I was, but also,
That's good.
Okay. But they're not the people we stole it from? We don't know. We don't know!
We don't know.
Those were...
Well, how
those
are we
were
going to know who to sell it to if we don't know where we got it from?
More importantly, if we sell it to someone, what if the person we were supposed to sell it to hasn't forgotten?
Well, they're probably waiting for the drop, and they should call any minute. Easy. Let's have another beer.
We wait 1 hour.
True.
Unabel owns this establishment we're in, right?
yeah, you're in Marlene's. Well, you're above Marlene's.
Yeah. I'm gonna go downstairs, guys. You enjoy your drinks, and I'm gonna go check in with our company, our patron, and maybe they kept their nose out of the powder, so to speak. So I'm gonna tiptoe on my way downstairs and go talk to Una.
As soon as Oxford's is gone, I'm going to look at Uma and say, does it bother you how many drug references he makes in a day?
Only when he's driving.
All right.
Let me give the fish a little bit of beer.
That's probably not good for them.
I love that. That's great.
That's
So,
probably not good for them.
As you all are waiting, passing this hour, and we can go back into that hour a bit if you want. I'm going to point out the last line of the last sentence, or say the last line of that initial setup.
Mm-hmm.
None of you remember the first half of the score. Reality has been altered. The client no longer exists, and neither does the handoff.
Right. But if we don't remember the first half of the score, then we don't know the extra information. Yeah.
By the way,
as
I'm
a
not
player,
sitting
I did remember that, but I know that my character doesn't. Yeah.
I'm not sitting on my hands that I'm actually trying to figure out if Una can provide any information.
No, that's why I wanted to say I'm not like we can go back into that hour
Cool.
because I thought that's what you were doing.
Okay, awesome.
So like mostly right now, I kind of want to I pretty much just want y'all to figure out who you want to try and sell this stuff to, and then we're gonna do end of session advancement.
Okay.
I every time I try to scroll past to where the factions are, Dropbox hates me and doesn't want to load. So.
Do you have access to the Player Gazette?
No. Maybe. I don't think so. So maybe Una can tell me some potential buyers, at least by name.
Well, the reason I say that is because you're supposed to come up with a buyer.
I know. I can't. If I can't see the page, I can't see the page.
Yeah, I just don't want to read all of
Backing faction.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've got it.
9, 12, 15, 18, 19. There's a lot of people you could try and sell this stuff to.
All right.
Well, let's try and narrow it down by the type of people we would like to sell it to. What do we know about what this is used for? Is it used to? I imagine. Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. No, go ahead. What are you thinking?
Well, I was just saying, I know it's used to power the dome thingy, and I imagine it is also the subject of many scientific experiments. I don't know if it's used to power anything else, like currently.
Well, it is a. It looks like it's a big ticket item in a lot of the crafting that they put into this expansion.
Okay.
Like if you go into build a thing, it's like, oh, and use this stuff and get some of this stuff. So it seems like it's a pretty like high value fuel source.
Is it not that you're not gonna believe me, but Oxford?
Oh my god,
Can
I'm
you
so
use
mad
this
already.
as drugs? Also, is this also treated like people like huff it or something?
Oh, is it a drug? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I'm not asking so I can use. I'm just genuinely trying to ask.
No, I mean people huff gasoline.
Okay.
So are you suggesting, Oxfords, that we could part this out into small doses and sell it to junkies?
That is explicitly not what I'm asking in character. Cody was asking if, like, as far as potential sellers, like if hawkers wanted this stuff for that, right?
Okay, sure. We could, but if we were to sell it to like dealers of that sort, then they would be doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
I am putting a link to the Gazette that Jason mentioned, and I'm sending it to both of you privately. Not public. I guess I could send it publicly. This is free material at this point, but I'm sending it to you privately anyway.
Okay. I do see
okay,
a
so
reference
these
to
are
a Player Gazette in the book.
Like I'm pretty sure all of this is in the book. It's just this is like just factions and then just districts.
I will say, like, Dropbox was just hating me, and this is a much smaller document, so it's playing nice.
Okay, cool.
Oh, this is way easier to see.
Okay.
What if we sold it to some people who have a lot of money and not a lot of prospects? Like the D13, ex-soldiers with no future forced to pursue criminal opportunities.
Okay, why don't we each just pick one that we like, and then we'll bring it as a potential buyer. So you're picking D13?
I think D13 because I think they'll pay a lot of money to have something that's worth a lot of money, and then it's their fucking problem.
Okay. I will 100% say I just read the cover and was like, well, Red Torque. And that's just a passion project. They're a tight-knit gang of elite race drivers who use their skill for criminal ends.
Is there more than one page?
I'm on page 3 of the leaflet, or what is it called? The Gazette.
Okay, that's. Hang on. Let me open it proper. There we go.
What tier of company was that, Steve?
The Red Torque is tier 2. D13 is tier 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe they're not the best option then. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're tier 0, right?
Yes.
So maybe with the tier 1 we have more leverage, but they'll have less money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I was thinking they have less money. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe they can't pay us as much, or if we're just trying to unload it as quick as we can, then maybe they are the best option.
Okay. Did you happen to see one, Uma?
Yeah, I'm kind of going through them quickly. There's the Burn Corp. It's a radical militant group. I'm just pulling it out. I'm just pulling it off the page.
Which page are they on?
It is 4.
Thank you.
I
see.
Dedicated to armed self-defense, especially against blue coat brutality. So that's what kind of jumped out at me. I like that.
Okay, so let's look at who their allies are. They're allied with Blackthorn Park, which I like, because that's where my sweet Mima is at. She's not my Mima, she's everybody's Mima. Right. And
Real Jazz.
They hate the blue coats, which
yeah,
I hate the blue coats.
Everybody who's significant in this game hates the blue coats.
Yeah. Who does D13 like? Wait, the Keel twins are still alive?
You're thinking
Sure.
of the Dimmer sisters?
I am.
Wow. I'm amazed that that connection was made by both of you.
Oh, I mean, I got it because when I first got all this, I was just devouring the Discord, and people were like, "Oh yeah, wow, cool, you did this. That's like this and this."
Okay.
And
Yeah, that was very impressive.
and I will point out that the Keel twins are the basically the bosses you've been stiffing,
Mm.
who aren't super happy with you right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're the ward boss.
That's the one.
Okay, so let's take a moment to consider the Keel twins. Do we want to sell to someone an allying with them or enemies with them already? Probably allying, if we're gonna pick one of those.
Probably ally, because we don't want to be double crossed.
Okay, that being said, none of the three we picked are enemies or allies, so I think we're okay. We still keep it like that.
Well,
Yeah.
so D13 are actually allies for the Keel twins.
Oh, okay. It doesn't. For some reason, it's only one way. So like, D13 doesn't show up on the Keel twins, but they do show up on.
Yeah.
You see what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying?
interesting.
Okay.
We could-
well,
Yeah.
what do you think, Steve?
I don't know. I know I'm the one that said D13, but if this stuff is rare, valuable, and dangerous, I don't know that I want to go that way. After a little more thought, maybe we should do the exact opposite and do Strangford Mitcher Financial, which is a tier 4 investment firm.
Okay, that sounds epic.
Because, I mean, this is the stuff that powers the dome that keeps the city safe.
Okay,
That's a good
Um,
point.
do we know, Jason? Do we know how much what's the word, stash or bank this is worth?
Stacks.
you-
Stacks.
You will not know how much we would do. Yeah, basically, once you get that buying a new buyer clock filled out,
Okay.
Read fortune terminal. Yeah, basically, this clock is filled. Consider making fortune roll to pay out the PCs. Yeah, like it. So what the suggestion is once the clock is filled, consider making a fortune roll to determine the agreed payout. The PC rolls an action rating of their choice, e.g., sway or consort, and the highest number rolled is the payout.
Yeah.
But you won't get that until you're getting the payout.
Copy. How about we hold an auction?
That's a good way to get robbed, I think.
Well, not necessarily, but we also don't have a lot of muscle. It's just the three of us, right?
Yeah, that's true. Auction's probably not the best plan.
Well, let's look at their abilities between the three we picked. Maybe we think
Okay.
about it on a above the table level.
Okay.
So, D13 help. We get sniper support. Wait, this is how we get that grenade launcher.
What?
Wait, which one?
Oh, who?
D13. Call D13 for help by radio or flashback.
Oh. So
Either-
the prestige abilities, that's sort of like what Steve what Jazz gets for having Section 6 as as a backing faction.
Mhm.
You wouldn't just be able to this wouldn't get you that as part of the payout.
Conceivably, it would work towards it if this was a campaign, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Over time. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I want to think about it, Jason. Even if we're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Because we need a way to make a decision, right?
Sure, yeah. So what? Good call. What was the other one that Uma said?
That was the
Burn Core.
yeah.
Burn Core's prestige ability is Deadly Weapon. Add fine martial art technique, 0 load to your playbook items. What Severosi fighting style do you master?
I like that.
Red torque is we get a chop shot. We get a pay and spray also, GTA style.
That would be kind of useful for what we do.
Yeah. But we don't have to do all my stuff. Why don't we sell it to Section 6?
Yeah, I was thinking that a minute ago. Section 6 would take it off our hands and would have use for it.
But would they double cross?
I don't think they double cross.
They wouldn't double cross me because they're my backing faction. Like I'm an operative for them, so probably they wouldn't double cross us. But okay, I know. Distrust authority. But the question is, would they pay us, or would they just expect me to hand it over?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Right.
As your backing faction, they might
Expect you to just
go, "Hey, here's some stuff for you guys."
Yeah. Although, hey, here's some stuff for you guys might not be bad either.
That's true, and getting it off our hands might not be bad, honestly. Instead of
Getting
looking
it off
for
your
the biggest
hands
payout.
wouldn't be bad. But if you do this job and you don't pay your ward boss, your rep with them is going to go down.
That's right.
Point.
And we're neutral with them right now, I think.
No, we
Are
didn't
you
pay them last
neutral or
time.
-1?
Yeah. I thought we were -1.
I thought we're neutral. I thought we decided we were paying them.
Maybe we did, because I do know
I think we paid them
we
one
changed
stack.
our mind about something.
Yeah, we paid them a stack.
Okay, did you do the stack?
Let me double
Yeah.
check.
How
I
many
have
stacks
two.
do we have on our sheet.
I have 2 stacks
It's
marked on the
just
sheet.
one
So
stack.
Then I don't think we paid them.
then we didn't pay them
Oh.
because we start with 2 stacks normally. So
Yeah.
if we didn't pay them one. So they're mad at us.
Oopsie.
Well, let's sell this thing and pay them. Let's give it to them. No, I don't want to do that. Let's get some money and then pay them some money.
Okay. I like D13 just so we can get you that grenade launcher.
I'm all for
Lady
Uma having a
13
grenade
also
launcher.
ex-soldiers. That works for
Okay.
that works for Uma.
Yeah. That'll
Let's
work
try.
out.
Let's try and set up a meet.
Okay. So next session you were gonna be working towards selling this stuff to D13.
All right.
And that said, let's move to advancement.
All right. We're ending a little early, but yeah, advancement's probably going to take 10 to 15 minutes at least. So
Yeah, we're cutting a little early because I got to get to bed.
yeah, understood. No problem.
Um,
We don't mind it on this end either.
Since I always use pop-out chat, I can't mod that guy.
Oh, I got it.
I always go to do it and I can't because I always use pop-out chat.
Well, you said it at the same time that I saw the guy, so.
Okay.
So, yeah. Give me a hot sec here. I had this all together, and now I'm looking at it going, wait a minute. Except I just lost my place.
I feel like the whole thing, the EXP system in this game is sometimes too lax.
The what system?
The EXP triggers.
No, I
You
like them.
address-
They're good for our use case anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's good to keep things moving.
Yeah.
okay, so like you addressed a challenge with charm or quick thinking. I feel like the whole thing was quick thinking. You know what I mean?
Well, give me.
Yeah. I'm not pushing it full
Okay.
time. I just like
Okay.
reading my sheet, right?
Yeah, no, because I want to make sure if I am not worrying about that. Really worried about-
What page are those questions on?
That's the thing. There are questions at the on the basic playbooks. There are XP questions at the bottom of your special abilities.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with these.
The ones in the core book.
Well, just the ones on the playbook because
Okay.
they seem to be doing it a little different. So y'all marked for every desperate action and 0 dot action you rolled, right?
Yeah, which took me to 5.
I got 2 from desperate.
I don't think I got any for either of those.
Oh, by the way, did you guys hit any keys during the session? Because that's an EXP trigger missing.
I did not.
I was gonna. That's my next ask.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine, man. If you had hit any keys, because I don't remember any of your keys.
Mine were
Confident.
enigmatic and charismatic, so I didn't do any of that.
Oxford.
It's below your stress and above your harm.
On the left side of the sheet. Your keys were... Oh, you had a thing... I don't know if I missed it or if it was different for you.
It's
protective.
It's locked.
Yeah, you had a
Yeah,
you started with a deadlock.
Yeah.
And there may have been another key that you said that I missed. I start with 2.
You can have as many as you want, actually.
Well, you can have up
go
to 4,
Up
Sorry.
to 4.
but you don't have to start with 4.
Okay. So you're already deadlocked, Uma. So you can't mark a key because it's already filled up, deadlocked.
Well, she
Right.
can't mark that key.
Right, but that's the only one she has at the moment.
Let me
Oh,
look at my
okay.
other notes and see if I picked another one because I don't recall.
If you did and I didn't type it down, my bad.
Right.
But I don't think that
Then-
happened.
I am going to bump over to, Cindy, while you're looking that up, I'm going to bump over to Cody. You addressed a challenge with charm or quick thinking.
I mean,
Quick thinking, yeah.
yeah, spin the car around and then all that stuff. Deploy sandbags or whatever, the smoke cloud.
Yeah, I feel like your whole episode was quick thinking.
Good.
Do you think I really smashed it?
I think you really smashed it.
Aw, thanks.
Steve,
So,
Yeah.
just so you know, that takes me up to 6. I got 2 from confident and then 2 desperate actions.
Yep.
And then
yeah, are you going to put them all into one thing?
I thought I filled up this EXP bar, and then when I got not 10, I got to put the point somewhere.
It only goes up to 8, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it only
Well,
goes to 8.
the special abilities XP bar goes up to 8, and your ability XP bars go up to 6.
Where does that live? I'm not seeing that on the sheet.
Look at they should be just like at the top of each ability set.
The version I have doesn't have those, sadly. Damn.
Then
So
I
my-
don't know.
My spreadsheet version has them, but it only has them for 3 of the 4 actions in each set, which is weird. Like it goes hunt, study, survey, and wrench for insight.
Class.
But the way it's structured here, it says XP, which is on the same row as hunt, and then there's 2 boxes for each of the other 3. That's weird.
Oh wait, can I just slide my
okay. Yeah, because it should just be like it would be a it's an XP bar for like insight, prowess, and resolve. And when it fills up, you choose one of the actions in that to go up.
Okay. So for this one, I'm just gonna put it all into finesse and then take that second point of finesse so I can drive better.
Yeah.
Well, I got 6. Okay, I just didn't scroll over, Jason. My fault.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
So I just was marking all my XPs on the one that was in special abilities. Should I have been putting the desperate rolls?
If you want to move them around, you can totally do that.
All right. That's what I'll do.
Like if you want to take them out of that one and put them in something else, that's...
Yeah, I'm going to put them all in prowess. That makes the most sense for my character.
Oh, wait. Don't we have training? Hold on a minute. We have base training.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, the training, I believe, is going to be for downtime actions.
We're still in the score.
Yeah, you're still in the middle of a score.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm sorry,
Steve,
Jason. You were going to ask me. Yeah.
Did you address a challenge with stealth or deception?
No. I tried to, but you won't let me.
No, I was really horrible about that.
Yeah, jerk.
And I don't have to ask either of you if you struggled with issues stemming from a deadlock, because neither of you have one yet.
That's all right.
Got real close.
So, Cindy.
Yeah.
Were you able to, did you make any desperate actions or 0-dot actions?
No.
Okay.
Didn't do any of those.
Keep an ear out for that, because I feel like I had you on 1 or 2 desperate actions, but I don't remember.
I was helping Cody with a couple. That's where that took place.
Did you hit any of your keys?
So I chose Fearless for a second key.
Okay. Do you think
And
you
I
hit
think
that key at
maybe
all?
jumping on the bike from the car was probably hit that.
Excellent. So what you're going to do is fill in one of those pills next to the key and mark 1 XP point in whatever you want to mark that XP point in.
Okay, let me see if I can actually do that on... Oops, that's not the document. Let me see if it'll let me. False. It's not letting me do anything on here. So I'm just going to write it down in my notebook. Yeah, I'm not able to interact with this document.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So I will have to figure that out at a later time, but I will make sure it's on my
I'm doing my best to keep my copy updated for you.
Notebook here. And I'll try to think of another key. I can't think of anything else right now. I'm just
that's totally cool. But then I will also ask, did you address any challenges with violence or discipline?
Yes.
Do you
Definitely
think
with violence?
Do you think you really smashed it with dealing with things with violence?
A couple times.
All right, so mark 2 XP points. And what's your deadlock?
Cold.
Did you struggle with any issues stemming from that?
Struggle? No. Wouldn't say struggle.
That's fine. Cool. Then that should be XP points for all the characters. Now, let's do XP points for your crew. You're a heist team, right?
Correct.
Okay. Did you complete a bank heist, art heist, intel heist, or jewelry heist?
Nope.
All right. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Not that I'm aware of.
Aren't the
Beijing, but I don't know.
we did?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody on that one. Yes, you did, because so Ministry of Stability is tier 4, and the Lounge Rats are tier 2.
2, I thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then we
So-
did.
So do we
So-
get 2 different EXP pips or just 1?
You know what? I feel like y'all really did smash it dealing with it. Like, once we got into the groove on it, y'all really went all out. And so 2x, like 2 XP points. I don't know if it's for like doing both of them or because you just did really good with them. But
Okay.
I think you smashed it on that.
Noise.
All right.
Do you think you bolstered your crew's professional reputation?
Not really.
Maybe. I don't think anyone that knows who we were lived. So
If we
Or
were the
you-
Tide Raids, we were definitely daring.
Well,
Or
the authorities do. They do. They still live.
it's
do you
theoretically
think
possible.
you might have developed a new reputation?
Maybe.
Professional. No, I really want to steer clear of just blowing everything up.
And yet,
Okay.
Look, my hair, dude, was all over that car.
okay.
And did you express any of the goals, drives, or inner conflicts of your crew?
Do we have those yet?
No, not yet.
I don't think so.
Not really. But hey, that's
mean-
2 XP points towards
Something.
Wait, I'd like to vie for EXP. We stole an autocycle. We did the
We
thing.
did.
We did. You did steal a car. You stole a vehicle. Yeah.
So here's the thing: you totally stole that motorcycle, but you didn't complete the heist yet.
Okay, well
It
then,
itself
we'll
isn't.
no, mark
We'll
it.
save that one-
get it-
save that one for
cash
next
it in
time.
next time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the heist is going to be the score.
Yeah. Okay, well we'll just keep that for next time, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I steal another car, it's 2 EXP because we really smashed.
Well, if you steal and sell a vehicle, so if you want to try and like somehow get these guys to also buy that motorcycle off you,
We could do that, or we could
Or we
file
could
the
keep-
numbers off and keep it as a company vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Uma's kind of attached to that bike. Don't do that.
Well,
All right.
all right.
Don't do that.
all right.
That's our bike. That's it. That's the regular's bike.
Add it to the sheet.
I'm putting it on.
Well,
Steve, do you know how to insert a box like that?
I'm just putting boxes in, like merging cells and typing it in wherever.
Okay.
well, what I'm going to say is until you spend XP points on it, it's like your hold on it is really tenuous.
That's fair. That is in keeping with the system.
Hmm.
Yeah, so maybe we should add a clock or something. Or,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Like a 2-tick clock. It's just spend the XP. I don't know.
Well, we'll figure out the new buyer next
Yeah.
time, and we'll go over dealing with the stolen autocycle.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But
So
we
looking
decided
forward
on
to-
D13, right? We were committed to that at this point.
Yes. Or at least that's what I have.
That is
I'll
how I
write
read
that
it.
down.
If
Well,
you change your mind over the week, no worries. We will get into that next week.
All right.
And I am looking forward to seeing y'all get through this.
Fair. All right,
yeah,
guys.
baby.
Thanks for playing. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you on Friday for episode 52 Shadows of Archonia 2, and back here next week for more of this. All right. Thanks, Jason.